thrown straight upwards with an initial velocity 19.6 meter per second. It was caught at the same distance above the ground from which it was thrown. How high does the ball rise? So we have to find the displacement of the ball. Let's do this first. So they have given the initial velocity, that is u is equal to 19.6 meter per second. They have given g. Why they have given g? Because the ball is in the air. So they have given the gravitational force value, that is 9.8 meter per second square. So v, that is final velocity, is equal to 0 because they threw the ball upwards and it was caught by some person above the ground. Okay, so the final velocity is equal to 0. So what's the formula we can use to find the displacement? That is the height. Okay, so that displacement is usually denoted by the letter S, and we have to use the third law of motion when they give u and g. So what is third law of motion? That is v square is equal to u square plus 2gs. From that, let's find S. So v square, this u square will go as a subtraction on the other side. So we will get v square minus u square. Here 2g into s, it is in multiplication. So 2g will go as a division on the other side. So we get s formula as v square minus u square by 2g. Let's substitute the value in the formula. So s is equal to 19.6 the whole square divided by 9.8 into 2. So we can write 19.6 the whole square as 19.6 into 19.6. Then this m will become m square. Then the seconds per second will become per second square. Divided by 9.8 into 2 is 19.6 and it becomes meter per second. So 19.6 will get cancelled. Meter per second square will get cancelled, and we have only meter here. So the answer is 19.6 meter. So how high the ball is? That is 19.6 meter. Height is nothing but the displacement. So S is equal to 19.6 meter. Now what's the next question? How long does the ball remain in air? So how does before the person get caught the ball, how long does the ball remain in air? For that we can use S and we can find the time duration. Okay, so S is equal to half at square. Whenever your initial velocity is equal to 0, we can use this formula to find the time. Okay, so S is equal to half at square. In that, let's find what is T. So T is equal to T square is equal to, this 2 will go as a multiplication here. So we will get 2 into S. This A which is in multiplication here, it will come as a division here. So T square is equal to 2 into S by A, which implies T is equal to square root of 2 into S by A. We know when we have a square on one side, if you want to find the T, when we want to find the value of a variable, then we have to take square root on both the sides. So we get T is equal to root of 2 into S by A. So let's substitute the values here. Equal to root of 19.6 into 2 by 9.8. Then here the units are meter and here you have meter per second square. So the 9.8 and 19.6 will get cancelled. So you get 2 here. 2 into 2 is 4. Root of 4, this will come when it comes to the numerator, it will become positive. So you get root of 4 second square. That is nothing but 2 seconds. When you take out the roots, you get 2 seconds. So the time is equal to T is equal to 2 seconds. That's the time the ball remained in air.